Not rude. Hello. Welcome to Bouba Babble, episode 4? 5? We can count that high. We're not that bad. I'm going to say it's 4.
Oh, wow.
Or if it's not 4, then call me
the
out.
professionalism that we bring to comedy.
It's a relief. I mean, someone has to bring it.
It's honestly disgusting the way that we are outperforming everyone else.
Oh my gosh! Like they're chasing their races.
Like,
as you have noticed, we are on our potentially, and I'll say potentially, final foray into Tony. So we have the lore.
No, they're not carrying on. We're not carrying on.
Well, this is why. This is why I'm going to say it. So we had our Tony Genesis. We got the tone somehow, some way. Tony Exodus. The point just got left. Tony Leviticus is now us organizing this document so it makes sense, translating what we want to translate, i.e. Jessie ate burgers, and laying down the laws of the land. After that, if we so do want to, we can use this sketch to move on to Tony numbers and talk about how numbers develop and what kind of stuff about bases and all that good shit kind of ish.
I did forget about the potential for Tony numbers, but Tony numbers, I need to set like a boundary with myself with this language.
That is very fair. I think a stepping away point before we return could be nice. But
I think Alex has things that must be answered for based on the things that this has happened.
So we had a lot of tones and a lot of contours, and they were a lot. So you had some polls to kind of deal with that. Option 1-1, only long vowels have contours, which make things so much easier a little bit. I'm a little radical. Maybe could have kept some stuff there, but we are here. And then for your other poll, the public, I believe, they talk about palatalization. So this one here, I believe before E and any other vowel, it will palatalize, but outside of that, there won't be any other palatalization going on other than, say, the alveolars. Affricates kind of go into there. Nice. These are all good. In lefty file, I think it's now making sure that
it needs to be remarked, in the words of points of the contra. Lexicgy isn't very good at super segmental phonology, which is nothing against Graham, whose programming is excellent, but in that it's going to be very hard for a program to kind of deal with 2 levels at once.
Oh my gosh.
So we're going with what is programmed, which isn't quite the same as what we had said was going to happen.
Yes.
And that's fine. It's fine.
It's fine as going to be. I do want to play around with it because I kind of half believe that it's not wholly impossible. I think it can be done in Lexergy to kind of do some like super segmental shit, but it needs like some grant money,
like
for deep dive.
Yeah, it's gonna require so much logic that little old me doesn't want to do.
That is fair.
Anywho,
so we're looking at, I right now am organizing the sound changes as per what Lexergy says, and if we can kind of maybe manually do some of this stuff at the very end, it could be interesting. But I digress. So, Jake, what are you planning on thinking about with this?
Finishing it, ending it. terminating it. I love the tone of Genesis.
Yes.
I love it, and I don't know. I think I'm in a moment where I'm like, is this the right choice for us to make our brand or not?
I see.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think I've just got too attached to the voicing distinction in our main language. I think
Yeah.
it worn off on me too much.
Participate in high tone creation where the voiceless stops will produce high tone, and a voiced stop will produce a rising tone. Pre-nasal and nasal stops will also pre-nasal stops will also produce a high tone, but remain pre.
Wait, did you delete everything we'd written out? Oh no, it's down here. It's down here. Sorry.
No, I would never.
I judged too fast. I judged too fast.
You were okay. So voiced coda lengthening. That does not happen at this moment. This one is velar devoicing and sonority hierarchy adherence. Ooh. But yeah.
Wait.
Nope. Devoicing.
So let's see. So Lindy to eat that we had previously said was going to be high, low, low, high is now just high, low.
Okay. So stops are devoiced word finally.
So what was it that we were doing?
This occurs between stops and.
Well, I guess one thing to say was that we had talked about between ourselves whether we would have the perfective be marked through the lack of not marking perfective verbs, marking imperfective through reduplication.
That is correct. We had talked about this. I think that's a fine idea. Just to kind of, I guess, to move things along, but also like to understand that like it is a very valid option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess the thing that we don't get with that is that we had thought that we would do it with tone.
Yes.
We
had thought about this, but I think that's what shall be occurring in main language.
Mm-hmm.
Is that we're likely going to get some tonal grammar, or at least like instill some there. So I'm not half concerned with applying this to this just little sketch in that.
Mm-hmm. At which point this is done.
Yep.
And if we're coming back to it, well, no offense, Bubba, and I'm calling you out. I don't know if Bubba even. I just don't think numbers are all that interesting. And like we can say, oh, let's write this down so we don't forget that that we've said this. But in reality, like then if we do numbers, we're not gonna necessarily need the distinction between imperfect mark through full or partial reduplication. I was thinking partial.
I was also thinking partial.
Like final syllable?
Yeah, that works.
So
And then we need some plural marking going on.
oh, that's cute. Nendi becomes rendidi.
Oh! And renditi. Oh, tunnel.
No,
Oh god.
sorry.
Oh, okay, I found it. There is a wasp in my apartment at this current moment. It's just flying around. Like my window is open, and oh gosh, I can see. Oh, that's right there. So
Okay.
as I shudder in fear from the wasp, that I'm just like normally acting around. So I'll be. Oh gosh, it's flying very intense.
Wait. Oh no! Because this is on the main thing. We're only going to be able to take screenshots of you in a small form.
Oh, it will probably come back
You're like-
around eventually. Because like it's just there.
It's just
We'll figure it out. It's just there. I don't think we need this. Goodbye. Thank you. Bye, starred area. I don't think we need her anymore. Goodbye.
I don't know what's going on.
Goodbye. Oh, we do need. Oh, we actually do need that. A little bit. Gogging. We need gogging actually. Gogging is very important. Okay, and that was what I want to do. Yep. I ride. Noise. Cool. With the nasal. Hello. With the nasal dropping. Up. Now I think we have a lot of codificatives. I don't know why it's doing this though. Oh.
Okay.
Buzzed. Oh god. Okay. I'll be okay, everybody. Don't worry about me. I will live.
So what sort of plural marking strategies are we interested in?
I think not reduplication. I think that's said and done.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe something kind of coming from like many, or something that's kind of just like some sort of like distributive chorus thing. Because the only thing that we're trying to pluralize here is either meet and circle.
Mm.
So something that meet and circles have in common, how would that be an origin of the plural marking? And now
Sorry, I got distracted by our chat yesterday trying to find out how we made the word for meat circle to begin with. Because let it be known that there have been some things that have happened. That probably sounds a bit ominous. This Lexicgy files between myself and Miles often end up in some weird places. Like the number of things I've downloaded that's just like 1.1.1, 1.1.0, 1.1.2.
Or then, well, I mean, you be grateful that I actually started to name the files. It used to be just like Lethargy 82, Lethargy 76.
Yes, I am grateful that you numbered them.
I'm also very grateful for that. I think that's a transferable
Oh,
skill.
wait. The root of your issue goes all the way back to the Lexigy at the beginning, doesn't it? With the IPAGs.
Oh, screw you, IPAG. Where are you, IPAG? I'm gonna find you. But wait, hold on. G.
Yeah, you didn't use IPAGs to begin with when you defined the sounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it non-IPA because I don't want to go through everything.
Amen. And I was gonna make a deromanizer, but I'm like, well, meh. Okay. Last code. Last codes.
So for those who are interested, at one point the only coda consonant plus was allowed occurred in a cluster, and it was a xa cluster.
Mm-hmm.
And Miles was into it. Miles was into that being the only
I'm like,
thing.
okay, I guess if it did this, then it's gonna be okay. Nothing like, this does look kind of odd. Like, this probably shouldn't be there. And then it started just deleting internal constants. I'm like, oh, well, that's odd. Shouldn't be doing that.
Okay. So
Or approximate. Is it L or R? Oh, is a
did we work out whether meat circle was the right order or not? Or is it circle meat?
according to us, we have SVO word order, and it looks like we have it as meat circle. Yes, it does look like this. Yeah, it is meat circle.
Need a way to. Where is this translation station?
It's kind of that's what I'm saying. It's just like interspersed all in this mess. Translation station. I don't think we need like fucking any of this. Then loosen up words, and we definitely don't need this now.
Yeah, we've just randomly got our sound changes in between the two sections, which is fun,
It's
original,
very fun.
organized, easily fixable.
Go away.
Do we still need this table?
No, we do not need this table.
Okay.
Huh.
Theme of this mini series is no tables.
Oh my
And theme of the main series, lots of tables.
Lots too many tables to table around.
I thought I was being so helpful making that massive table.
You were, but it's also like it's gonna be like the trudge and a half. And I have like some good ideas as moving forward. Kind of like potentially how we can no longer have the table.
Mm-hmm. The ominous silence of not having tables.
What is there to talk about instead of tables? There's mesas in the beautiful American West that we can talk about.
Mm-hmm.
They are very pretty. I need to go back out west very soon because it is a place. Go away, alarm, that I like crave a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a very different environment.
Okay. Um, Speaking of documentation, I need to get back in my Conlang year groove.
That
have
is very
a bit
true.
more time now. And
I also have a bit more time, but also my time should probably be consumed by, looking for jobs.
yes.
And it's like, okay, we can live our lives, but life has to happen. Using vowel process. But my calling year, I decided to kind of, when I go back to it, to restart from scratch. I think, shocker, I had some very wide goals to accomplish.
Wide in what sense?
Like, I was trying to do 3 at once.
And
I'm like,
yeah.
No. And I had to realize that, like, in my best interest, how did I code this thing? Dear gosh. It was just like not gonna be the one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. This is for got it. Cool. That makes sense. But yeah, I think having one to go off of, I think with the time that I need to allocate to other things, I think would be better suited to my endeavors.
Yeah, it seems like that might be the case.
Yeah.
I mean, we're like booked and busy, and
We are
can't
booked
say
and busy.
all that much. But booked and busy for us is like a big deal.
Oh my god, I feel like this is gonna sound so horrible. Also, the wasp is on the window, so it knows where the sun is. That's good. But I feel like it could sound so terrible. I use the oh, I'm too busy, sorry, as like an excuse for a lot of things. Then okay, yeah, that's fine. That's a boundary setting.
Mm-hmm.
How did I code this? Why do I
But
have this rule?
I'm assuming that you've been, even when it's not true, versus I'm sorry, my YouTube calling series is popping up so hard.
Yeah, I need to establish my brand, and you are thwarting that effort. So stop. I'm trying to be an influencer, and you are prohibiting my dream. Oh, speaking of, I have started watching a show that is on HBO/Max. I don't know when that happened. Sure. But it is called Phantasmas. It is created by the one and the only Julio Torres, who is hilarious in the most driest, surrealist way possible. And I think he's calling out a very interesting perspective in just mediocre humor. Not to say that it's mediocre, but I'm saying in the mediocrity of life and pointing out kind of the monotony is probably a better word there. Just
I don't think that's what mediocre humor means.
I don't think it did as well. I think my brain was like, say a word. I'm like, okay.
Mate.
Yeah, I have a fresh mate made, and it is making my morning go. Because if you had not noticed yet, Jake looks particularly basking in sunlight. Usually they are not. Usually they are in the dark. And it is a good look on you.
Yeah, I don't look like I haven't lived a whole day before getting to recording this.
Oh, it wasn't. No.
My skin is freshly showered. My face is red as always. The light is streaming in. You can see the back of my room, Phyllis.
I'm like, it has saturation, it has color.
And I think it's like a slightly different dynamic to usual, where I think sometimes the difference in our energies is not just our inherent difference. It's I'm like I think that I just like I don't sleep all that long, so I think I just like run on like 60% of the whole day.
That is still like wild to me. Like I'm like if I like regardless of when I go to bed, which is usually around like 11 midnight. I feel like the day is wasted if I don't get up before like the clock turns a double digit. Like if I wake up at 10 o'clock, I view that like that is just like sacrilegious, and I cannot do that.
No. I I just like the quiet
That
of
is
night.
fair.
I feel like the world is so noisy during the day, and it turns 1 a.m. and it's just like finally some time for myself without all the things going on outside.
I do hear that.
And what do I spend my time doing? Reading linguistics papers and sending little snippets to people who probably don't need them.
Yes.
If
We
you
all
need
need it.
advice on how to cook turtles, I can give you multiple ways of doing that.
What is a good way that has come up?
Um, I mean, you basically put the dead turtle on a fire and spin it,
Oh, just like skewer it down there.
like
Well,
6 minutes on each side.
do you deshell the turtle before you
I
do it?
I don't know.
My 2 cents, and this comes from someone who've never cooked turtle but has a very probably good understanding of culinary arts, is that having the turtle would help keep moisture in and cause a juicier turtle on the inside. This is I am unsure.
Thank God for WikiHow and their article 3 Ways to Cook Turtle by Mara Private Chefs. What would we do without them?
It's beyond me.
Oh, it's not 3 ways. It's 2 ways. I was lied to. No, I just misread. Apparently, you can fry it, or you can turn it into soup.
Oh yeah, I've heard turtle soup.
Mm. But you have to peel the meat off the bones using your fingers.
Mm.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't eat turtles if they are rare specimens. And
Yeah, save the turtles. Don't use plastic straws.
save the turtles. And also, I was going to make a joke, and now I don't want to because I don't know what YouTube will judge me for. And by that I mean, when it's not like we have enough people following us to be monetized anyway.
TBH, I don't think it's the type of content that easily gets monetized.
I mean, if more people watched our videos for the full length of time, we would be able to have so many ad breaks.
I want ad breaks. Sponsored by Squarespace.
I mean, I think it would make a nice change of pace from the usual slow programming that we provide.
Yes.
The way that Discovery is sitting in my mind right now. Like, why do I need to know the brand name?
Yeah. Like, that's the weird thing about, like, well, what's even better is that, like, each drug, right, has their own, like weird 3-syllable whatever. And then some are just like the spelling is like atrocious. So much so that some like in the commercial, Jake, they put like pronunciation guides of how to say the drug. So when you go to your doctor, you know how to say the drug that you requesting. I love the American healthcare system so much. It makes no sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense.
It makes
And, like,
no sense.
And even then, surely your doctor's more likely to put you on whatever they get money for putting you on, rather than whatever you
Correct.
think you want to be put on.
Yes, so that's why, like, if you bring the one drug up, like made by Bayer, they might be like, oh, like this Pfizer one's a little bit better because they got their Pfizer rep to come in and buy them lunch and have them cake. I think that's illegal now,
Hellscape.
but that used to be a thing.
Absolute hellscape. Why am I considering moving to this place? Why? Funding.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get away.
You're trying to get out?
I'm trying to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Can you get Canadian citizenship through means that I don't think we've talked about before?
Not yet, but like, it's not. I don't think so because that involves like a lot of like legal stuff that I definitely don't want to go down towards. I'm like right now. It's like Canada's not a good place to retire, but like Europe might be. Western Europe might be.
Oh, I think you'd do really well in Moldova.
I would be great in Moldova. Specifically, well, let's talk about it. Is Transnistria a part of Moldova?
No.
No. Okay. It is its own little vibe.
Transnistrian rights now.
I don't think we should be Oh, of course. Thank you, Google Meet, reducing my noise. Bless your little heart.
Google doing God's work. The thing that I haven't yet managed to achieve. I love how productive we've been. It's been almost an hour.
I think we've been rather productive.
Okay, I keep meaning to like put this word in and not doing it. Chokaki.
Chokaki. Which is just already a great word.
Like, do we just want to give up? Sorry.
You're going to say like
number marking? Charlie Etsy Express now. I'm like, because yeah, we're not doing case on this, are we? Not really. We're just saying subject, verb, object. Don't need that marked.
This was just a way to show how the stuff could happen.
So for the plural, do we want to like make it? Are we limiting ourselves to what's in here, or can we invent stuff?
We can invent stuff. I think that like in the next 45 minutes, deriving like valid plural marking and kind of just creating like cute little words, I think will be good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that'll be a nice kind of like ending to it.
Thinking like, what would we be able to like reduce to a point? Oh, the wani might work.
Ooh, that will definitely work.
Where if we say that the I, could we make it like
Ooh, also like this could go to like O.
Well, I'm trying to get the tone.
I see what you're saying.
What does that look like? What's going on there? Oh, We just hadn't talked about what happened with velar consonants, right?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out too, because I have like two competing rules here that, like, looking back doesn't make too much of sense. But that's whatever.
Mm-hmm. Talk us through it.
So, like, there's this rule that I wrote, and again, this was like probably like a week / 2 months ago when I put this in. So, like, I'm like, huh, that's odd. So I have this rule where it's like, and I'm going to share this tab as well instead. You can kind of see the code. I have this rule where it's like, okay, so the voice velar stop, that's kind of this like in weird positions. It makes it that long and becomes a K when it comes before either one or two consonants and a vowel or like word finally. And then it turns to K. And then this one here is like, oh, sorry. And then now we have like this guy turning into a huh. And like, well, what? How did that happen? Like these two, like this one seems just to override just like that one there.
Yes.
So it's almost like this might need just to be like this, because it's seeming like no matter in what direction, it's going to like just knock that G out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That was easy. Good job. You only has one velar stop now. Wonderful. Okay. That was it. Love that. Let's see. Oh, interesting.
I'm like looking at Wani, and I'm like, would it go wan, win, or like I'm like win / un,
Yeah.
or like what do we want from her?
I think un is a really good idea. Or even like on.
Do we have it off? Yeah, we have it off.
Yeah.
So just on.
So either like, well, I think just like from this, it just goes to on.
One
This
is a valid coda.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Then yeah, that's even a better idea. And then just make this like on if it's
Mm-hmm.
constant. Yeah.
Chapel run. Okay. So that means that changes to that. And we have choka kyo. Choka kyo. So oh, and what does it mean? What does wani mean originally?
Wani means group. Oh, that was so bad. But you know what? It's gonna be this is a language sketch that we want to get off our chests. And I think at that point, I'm fine with that.
I want to get off my back.
My chest, my back.
I realize now, like, I just thought that David and Jessie would know what it was, and we wouldn't have to talk about it on stream. And then it turns out that it was actually like only popular outside of the US. And now, like, I'm like
Really?
sharing the word of the infamous "My Neck, My Back" song.
There's some weird ass songs out there, though.
You had heard of it before, right?
Well, yeah, because I have ears in places.
On your neck and your back.
Always. I mean, my ears are on my head.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
They're
like
not on anywhere else.
they're not, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had any complaints yet.
I'm really pleased about that.
You're welcome.
You're keeping the reputation of a Bouba high with your public service.
Always here.
Mm-hmm. Just serving the people.
Yes.
Just wait. If neither of us talks, then no one's gonna have seen your darts.
That, you know what? Sometimes it's for the better. You don't have to display
I mean,
everything.
sometimes it is, Miles. Let's be
No, that is true. Well, no, unless I am the one who's talking, then I don't get shown.
Mm.
We're competing.
I mean, the peak dance from either of us has been the video of me listening to the step of going. I cannot believe that is. But it's kind of iconic. Let's be honest.
That's true.
In terms of iconicity, I'm up there.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I've heard that word and I've understood it to mean something, but I do not remember what it means.
Iconicity.
Yes.
It generally means like how uniquely recognizable something is.
Oh.
Like
Amen.
if something has high iconicity, like for example, hands are very iconic because they are something that,
Iconicity.
yeah.
That makes sense. There's too many suffixes that mean two similar things in English. I don't like it. Iconis, icon, iconic, iconity, iconicity. Oh, because icon. Oh, I'm so dumb. Is iconic city.
Yeah.
I'm literally just like breaking down the bound morphemes of that word, trying to understand.
Not the morphine.
Yeah, not the James Charles Morphy palette.
David's gonna come for you, man.
Oh, yeah, I figured that as much. I mean,
Mm.
I do love me a null morpheme. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's controversial, but I think sometimes you gotta have it. Break some stuff up. Not everything needs to have a morpheme. Everything needs to have a valid form. You can quote me on that.
I'm taking the executive decision to Romanize that as sure.
Perfect. Yeah. Ooh. Did it come out like that? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. How? What?
Because the ing suffix is now intervocalic, so that becomes a nasal ion, and then the o is nasalized as well. So then
I believe you.
yeah.
Oh.
So we have. I mean,
That's
it kind of
really
makes sense, right?
It does make sense. I think that's cool. Oh, is the wasp? Oh no, she's still up there.
Can we title this Tony Leviticus, the one with the wasp?
Yeah, absolutely. Because as well as like I'm in constant terror.
This is like a little motif of this episode, and it's kind of iconic. I really hope that plenty of fans trying to avoid what makes it into the recording.
I see what it's saying. Before a year. I see. The high front vowel E will syllabify to the approximate ya, transferring the tone bearing unit onto the following vowel.
So we didn't actually do any of the stuff that we thought we were going to do with tone in this language, and I think that's okay.
I think that's okay too. Then induce palatalization onto any alveolar consonant. Drop. Sacrificing itself. He's going to sacrifice himself. No, Ron. Noise. Then last little. Oh God. Okay. Tone resolution table. A key. Contours get resolved through a table that shall be here in the future. That is not now. Great. Okay. And I'm leaving it because I don't want to type all that stuff up. Noise. This can go away. Noise. The wasp and the turtle. Love. Wonderful.
And we've got it.
I want to see one thing out of curiosity. Ooh, how cool. I wanted to see what the plural of. So actually, I'm going to go down into grammar, I guess. And then we're going to do this because now things are getting very, very interesting in the world that is the tonogenesis in somewhat of a degree.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this goes to I'm going to do what you did up there and just copy and paste it because I don't have these fancy little diacritics at my handy.
Critics.
So this means meat, plural.
Is it torso?
Yes.
Oh, well, if there's only one high tone, it would be torso.
Choso. Oh, yes, that would definitely carry. And this would be kaki. I can just do that. That makes sense. Circle.
Circle.
And then this would be kakyo. Kakyo.
I mean, I've just not been writing the. We've got a mixture of things going on. I'm gonna make it standardized.
Oh, because I am not smart. Okay, great. More. Let us also
Wait, we can find out what the plural of Jessies is.
I was going to do the very same thing. I'm going to actually find out what the plural of Halsey is. How many Halseys are there? So that's going to mean.
So, wait, do we have just a voiced stop in the what? Like, can we get just a J now, or does it have to be J?
It has to be in J. It always goes in J.
Oh, which doesn't mean it's not Jessie anymore. It's Jessie.
Jessie. Jessie. Why did my Rubenizer not work? Oh, god damn it, IPAG. I see where you are at. Yay, be who you are.
So, going back to the translation station.
This, of course, is going to mean song.
I was trying to so for those who don't know, which is probably everyone other than myself and Miles, the word for to sing in Yatlao, well in the whole family is based on a root which is Utla, based on Dua Lipa. However, I was trying to decouple it.
I knew this.
It's one of the longest roots that we have that I haven't uncoupled. And the problem is that there's no way of splitting it where it doesn't end up being a different root. You don't remember this?
I don't. I remember. I have terrible memory.
I see what this language means to you.
I will say, like, when I get back into it, then like it comes back. But like I feel like my brain is always like one language at one time, and then everything else that kind of has like memory from it is just gone.
Like goodwill.
I do love a goodwill. I love a goodwill. I love a Ross Dress for Less. I love I have to love a Salvation Army.
I feel like Salvation Army gets a bad name sometimes because they're not all connected to each other.
That is true.
Like, it's not the people at the top who are telling them to turn away queer people. It's people at the bottom who aren't being told by people at the top not to do it in strong enough ways. And
I noticed
also,
one thing. Oh, go ahead.
I think that the one in the UK often catches fire from the one in the US because the one in the UK I think is slightly better than the one in the US on these things.
I would have to believe that.
And then things come through Facebook and we're like, oh my god, Salvation Army, terrible, terrible people. And then we're like, oh, actually the one here actually isn't doing any of that. You just didn't see where the original post came from.
I have to live for I have to live for Facebook AI posts that are so obviously fake.
Did we intend to have Coda W?
Probably not.
I think she's kind of iconic.
I think she's kind of iconic as well.
The plural of Jessie is Jessie.
Get ready because I realized something very, very, very cool. So make sure. So this is a question for Graham. If you are watching, hello. So when I press track changes or trace changes, and I trace the changes, and then I want to go back to normal, I don't know how to do that. Am I just
You undo it
illiterate
and
in
then
that
you apply it
regard.
again.
What?
You turn track changes off and then
Yeah.
you apply it again.
No, I did. Oh, I did that, but then it still shows up.
Oh,
I can't regret back. But anyway, that's for another. Anyway, we had Chapel Roan. Unbeknownst to us, serendipitously, Jake, you had chose the plural to be Wani and had it reduced to this little own. Well, I mean, I had the own, but also we had Chapel Roan. So this now Chapel Roan can be reanalyzed as a plural, with the singular being this godforsaken form. No. With like this, but whatever.
is
This
that
can
a
mean like
legal coda?
this is a legal coda. Of course, when I mean apple. And the form out here in the world is definitely not that, because in a Romanizer world. Oh, lovely. Is chaper. Chaper. And then the plural is, no, I don't want to select this anymore. Go away, trace changes. Sure, just hit everything on as well. And then turn off. Fly. No, they don't work. So be it. And then chopero. Oh, I can just copy and paste it. It's just an O at the end. Nice. And that would, gotta stay low. Yeah. Jessie.
Sorry.
Jessie.
Jessie.
Jessie. Oh, it becomes
It's
yes.
it's a little bit cursed. Like, because okay, not to keep going on about it, but underlyingly this E had a contour. So in theory, if it were being spread properly, it would be Jessie. But
It would be low high.
Yes. Like if we had it so that because prenasalized produced the rising tone.
Oh, I want to
Right?
see one. Go ahead, but
And then we have like a tone, like a neutral syllable following, which I think in our original plan, it was gonna be able to pick up on the tone from the contour. But I think that you have done it segmentally rather than auto-segmentally.
probably so.
Which is fine.
It's gonna be okay.
The Jessie will survive.
I will survive. Okay, now let's see. It's become. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Okay, that just might be a coding error, PBH. Oh no, it's not. Wait, that's rising.
But
Rising goes high tone.
we've kind of got to the end.
We are like at the end, which is which is perfect.
Just like us.
Yeah. I also wanted to explore one little bit because now, because I can't turn. No, I'm gonna shut up. I've noticed that Gauguin has a floating tone associated with it. So it does. So let's say we were to have done like circle meets instead. Or like even actually let's see. Let's see if it were that, and then if it were if it were together and if it were separate, how that would change things. It did not change anything.
And we should also announce what the next Bouba Babble is going to be. Actually, this isn't going to come out early enough, is it? No, it will come out early enough, because at the point that so next month, what we're doing is we are going to be running a little let's have a Bouba language sketch evolution competition thing.
Let's go.
And by the time that this is made publicly available, well, by the time it goes on YouTube, basically, for everyone, rather than just the people who bother to open up Patreon and look at our unlisted video, which I still don't, I know why we do it, but anyway, it's a thing. Back on track, Jake. We are going to be running that. It will run for about a month, which means that the next one will be us making the sketch, and the one afterwards we'll have to try and get as many people who are evolving their language sketches into a call to talk about them, which will probably mean our channel views spike again, like after the relay, which would be great.
Yay!
Yay! But we'll see you next month, and if you want to get involved, then please sign up for our Patreon.
Yeah,
where
really
you
fun.
can get even more random shit in your Discord from me.
Hooray! We love emails from Discord and Patreon and all that good stuff.
Oh, it's not just emails. Join the Discord and you can see Jonathan very kindly digitizing some of our font. You can see Charlie XCX played on the Yang Tin.
Yep.
And you can see snippets from mine and Miles's personal correspondences that I publish online.
It's great. And I feel like we're like the modern day, like, I'm going to say like Nikola Tesla or someone else, like who used to correspond to like letters. I don't know. Like I feel like I mean, if Nikola Tesla and Elon Musk sent each other like interdimensional letters, like that would be so iconic.
The idea that we're at all similar to Nikola Tesla is hilarious.
I think we're similar. Like I'm Eastern European by like a quarter, or like no, like by like a half, and he's like fully Eastern European, so that's like something. I get like some like default cred.
And I'm just like Thomas Edison because I'm white.
Yeah. You can electrocute elephants for us.
What?
What do you mean what? You didn't know about this?
No.
So essentially, when Nikola Tesla came out with alternating current, right?
When he came out, Slay Queen, yeah. Pride Month.
So it's like Thomas Edison was like, not my beautiful direct current, hence why it's called AC/DC, the band. But also, so in order to show that alternating current was so dangerous, Thomas Edison would go from like small town to small town and basically electrocute animals to show the dangers of alternating current, like elephants, cows, like large ones, like that nobody cared about. But like, what?
What?
That was a wild time back in the 18 whatever now.
Mm-hmm.
I also believe that Alexander Graham Bell was just an ass to deaf people. Just to treat them like horrible. Like, we're gonna make you talk. And I'm like, well, I didn't say anything. But I thought like, well, like they can talk, but also how are you gonna help them hear, girl? They need intercommunication. They don't want to talk all the time. Birds want to flap their wings all the time. Like that's exercise.
And on that note, should we finish?
I think we should finish. Everybody, Bouba, the Tony Genesis.
Bye, everyone.
Triteuch, and we are good and golden.
Yeah, the end of the Bible, almost.
The Bible.